You read the title of the episode. Now you're probably wondering, is it pantoprazole or pantoprazole? Find out today. Welcome back to the drug pronunciation series here on the Pharmacist's Voice podcast. We're on the letter P today. P is for pantoprazole. It is pantoprazole, not pantoprazole. I am your host, Ohio pharmacist Kim Newlove, and this is episode 333. As a reminder, we don't cover pharmacology in this series. We're just talking about pronunciations. I will divide the generic name pantoprazole and the brand name Protonix into syllables, tell you which syllables to emphasize, and share my sources. If you are new to this drug name, you're a student, maybe you're just a patient, who knows? But if you are looking for the pronunciation of this drug name, looking at the written pronunciation as you listen today will be very helpful. So, with that in mind, the written pronunciations for both drug names, brand and generic, are in the show notes on the pharmacistvoice.com. Let's get started with the generic name. It is pantoprazole. Pantoprazole has 4 syllables. That's pan, like pancake, toe, like the toes on your feet, pra, like the middle of the name Oprah, and zole, which rhymes with mole, like you have a mole on your face. Put all 4 syllables together and you get pantoprazole. Emphasize toe. That's the second syllable. Emphasize toe. See if you can hear that emphasis on that second syllable when I say the drug name again. Pantoprazole. My sources are the USP Dictionary Online and MedlinePlus.gov. I have used both of those sources many times. I find that they are pretty reliable for drug pronunciations. That's where I find the written pronunciations. But if you'd like to hear the spoken pronunciation from someone other than me, a good source is drugs.com. Just go to drugs.com, type in pantoprazole, and you will find a click and listen feature. You can also go to Merriam-Webster's online dictionary for a spoken pronunciation of pantoprazole. They do a pretty good job with this drug name as well. I will put links to all of those sources in the show notes on the pharmacistvoice.com just in case you want to check them out. Next up is the brand name Protonix. Protonix has 3 syllables, and before I tell you what they are, I just wanted to point out how clever of a drug name this is. This is a proton pump inhibitor, and the word proton is in this drug name. This drug basically nixes the protons, right? The acid. So it nixes protons. I love this drug name. It's just so clever. So it's got proton in it and nix. So what you do is you have first syllable is pro, like proton. The second syllable does not have the N in it, believe it or not. It's ta, like T-A-H, ta. And the third syllable is nix, which is spelled N-I-X, but it sounds like the basketball team, the New York Knicks. Put all 3 syllables together and you get Protonix. Emphasize ta. See if you can hear the emphasis when I say it again. Protonix. My source is the medication guide for Protonix on the FDA's website. If you would like to hear the spoken pronunciation from someone other than myself, drugs.com has a good one on their website. I really like their click and listen feature for most drug pronunciations. And that brings us to the end of the episode. Short episode today. Let's review. What did we talk about today? I divided pantoprazole and Protonix into syllables, told you which syllables to emphasize, and I shared my sources. The written pronunciations are in the show notes, and now it's up to you to practice. Thank you for joining me for the 56th episode in my drug pronunciation series. You'll find the show notes on the pharmacistvoice.com. Click the podcast tab and then find episode 333. In the show notes, you will find the written pronunciations for pantoprazole and Protonix, links to my sources. We've got the USP Dictionary Online, MedlinePlus.gov, the FDA, drugs.com, and Merriam-Webster's Online Dictionary. In the show notes, you will also find links to the other 55 episodes in this drug pronunciation series, my social media links, and more. If you would like to recommend a drug name for this series, what are we on? We've got NOPQ, so the letter Q is next. If you would like to recommend a drug name that starts with Q, please reach out. Either send me a voicemail message or type out a message in the contact form on the pharmacistvoice.com. If you know someone who would like to learn how to say pantoprazole or Protonix, go ahead and share this episode with them. And if you like this podcast, subscribe to or follow the Pharmacist's Voice podcast on your favorite podcast player and YouTube to get each new episode right when it comes out. We've got a lot more coming up in 2025. Subscribe so you can get all these episodes. Thank you so much for listening today. I'll talk to you next week.